So this is not so much a poem, but just a little bit about who I am and what I do. So what I truly, truly am passionate about is I guide you back to who you are at the core of your being. To reawaken yourself to your own core values and your own truths. So discovering yourself on a much inner and deeper level, your own beingness, and acting and making decisions from that space. And what I speak a lot to is that it's not really about adding more into your life. So often it's about taking and subtracting from what we've added to our daily regimen, to our person of who we think we are or believe that we are, or, think that we should be. So often we have, for so many of us, so much conditioning and attachments from our past, whether that be from family, from the school, from friends, right? People may have said things and you may have agreed to them, which creates agreements, which ultimately is a belief that you hold to yourself. And if you create an attachment or some kind of value to that belief, you're going to go throughout your life holding on to that. And for some reason, that's going to feel really, really uncomfortable for you to let go of if it has served you in the past. So the point of all of this is that, the main thing is that you don't, nothing that you need to now let go of, there doesn't have to be any judgment or any labels around that. You should not feel embarrassed for what you feel. You should just allow yourself to feel it, because in every moment to moment, everything happens for a reason. I'm speaking to you right now because of what I went through. Because it happened for me, right? You're listening to this video, listening to me speak, because everything that brought you to this moment right here, right now, because everything happened for you. The hard part is creating awareness, but once we start creating that awareness, so much comes up in your life and you're able to change and you realize your own capabilities and your own potential again. So through the conditioning and all of our stuff in the past, often what served us in the past and that we've created an attachment to, it's fearful to let go of it because it literally has become part of who we are. For example, if you're a really good basketball player, maybe you're a famous basketball player and you have this injury and you really hurt yourself, you can't play basketball anymore. If you attach the fact and the identity that you're a really good basketball player, but you can't play anymore because of your injury, you're going to wake up every morning telling yourself, I'm a really good basketball player, but I have this injury and I can't play basketball anymore, so I suck at life and life sucks. But if you can let go of the fact that that's who you are and that was just a part of your journey, then you can ask, what's next? How did this serve me, right? So for anything in the past that did serve you, for us, we need to let go of what we held on in the past, of what served us in the past, because in every moment we were meant to be growing. And with society and so much social media these days, there's a huge bias on who we should be, how we should act, how we should dress, speak, think, or what we should go to school for, or who we should become. And we are disconnected from our own selves. We aren't plugged into our own soul and our own heart, passions, purpose, or desires anymore. So if you're someone who wakes up and you feel so fucking lost, like I did for a long time, you go to bed and you ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You just feel this void inside. I want to remind you that you're not alone, number one. Number two, you can absolutely fucking change that. You can do anything. And number three, it's going to take a lot of work. You really have to do a lot of work to go back. If you haven't done any work and you're 27, you have 27 years of conditioning to work through. And that's not something that you should get mad about. It's nothing you should label or judge, right? We all go through that. We all feel all the shit. The most famous people, the most rich people, we all go through shit. We all feel sad, depressed, angry, happiness, joy, pleasure. It's all in our human nature and in our human design and essence, right? So my goal, my purpose, my mission, what I help others do is I help you to realign with yourself. when you're not in tune with your own inner self, your goals are out of alignment, your line of work is out of alignment. You don't feel that happiness, you feel a void, and you feel unfulfilled because you're not in tune with your own self. Think of listening to a guitar that's out of tune, or tuning into a radio station but it's not tuned in right and it sounds crumbly and noisy, right? You don't want to listen to that. That doesn't feel good. So when you're out of alignment with yourself, you don't feel good. So we need to do that inner work. We need to heal. We need to go back. We need to release. We need to decondition. We need to let go of all the shit. And we do that by sitting through all the shit, by feeling through all of it, by identifying it and then letting it go and not judging that. You can always change. No matter where you are in your life right now, you're here for a reason. You're listening to my voice and to me speaking for a reason. If this calls you, if it gives you the little tinglies like it's giving me right now, if it makes your hair stand up, then your soul is asking you to please fucking do something, to change. Because so often, and for so many of us, we wait too long for the change. We wait for the change, not until it becomes so uncomfortable, but literally until it's so uncomfortable that literally it's do or die, that we have to change right now, or something like we've gone way too far. We get so comfortable with being comfortable that we forget how amazing it feels to actually feel uncomfortable and create change. The whole point of life is continuously changing and evolving and upgrading your life and finding just yourself again and again through these layers and peeling back, right? These lies or these agreements that we've made. There's so many layers to us as human beings, but I believe that's such a beautiful part about being a human. That's one of the most beautiful things of being a human, is that we have all that power, those tools, that potential. But when we can become aware of this and learn to work on this, that is power, and you will just you are gonna fly. You are gonna create insane success within your own life, and whatever success means to you doesn't matter what it means to anyone else. So that's not a poem at all. That's but me and what I do and what I love. And if you find this video helpful or think that it would help anyone else, or you have any questions or anything else, just anything to say at all, just please share it or post in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it was a little bit long, 8 minutes, but I do appreciate you.